Welcome back to the channel for another video on our 22 WRX. People that have been watching this channel for some time know that we did complete a STI 6-speed swap on this car. Now, all of these swaps that people are getting, they are used, of course. I mean, if you have like baller money, you can buy a brand new STI transmission, brand new everything. I'm sure that would be very expensive. You're buying brand new trans, brand new diff, brand new everything. It would add up real quick. So most people just get these swaps from like these junkyards or these these import shops that just have like swaps and like engines and trans like basically on pallets. Basically what I'm saying is that you don't really know what you're getting until you put it in the car. You don't know if it's going to work. We did get a good one for this car. The trans is basically butter smooth. We did put the BBR cocktail in, so I don't know what it was like without the BBR cocktail, but with that transmission fluid, I mean, it shifts really smooth. We did have to do a few refreshes because, I mean, maybe this trans sat outside for some time. Who knows how long the donor car sat outside, because it was probably wrecked or something at some point. That's why the trans was taken out of the car. So like the reverse lockout cable, all the drain plugs, everything was kind of rusty. So I just went ahead and replaced all that stuff. And we really haven't had any issues with the swap since we've put everything in. Now recently the rear axles have been leaking and they are pretty crusty. Like I said, this is a used swap. So, I mean, we don't know how long it sat outside, but the rear axles are pretty rusty. I do have zip ties around the boots, and I have a hose clamp actually on one because it was just leaking so much it was actually slinging grease. So today's the day we swap them out. Let's get these axles taken out and I'll show you what our crusty ones look like and I'll show you what our brand new ones look like. Let's go. And just like that, our rear axle is taken out. You can really see the crustiness compared to that new. There was a post online about this C-clip. So when I got the new axles, it actually didn't come with the C-clip. The C-clip is actually inside the diff. So I think that's where it's supposed to stay. But yeah, when you hook it in, it kind of clips in there. But this is the new. You can see the boot is just super dry rot. That new boot looks really nice. So this car's still kind of brand new. It's a 2022. I know it's 24 now, but we only have like 12,000 miles on this, so it deserves a new axle. It doesn't deserve a 10-year-old axle. The other side is even worse. If you want to look under here, you might be able to see my hose clamp. There you go. So you can see my hose clamp right there. So this side's even worse. And then you can see my little zip tie job just to help prevent it from slinging. But obviously that wasn't working very well. And these things are all bent. This one's all bent up from, I guess, when they took it out of the swap or something. But this car deserves a new one. We're going to get a new one in. While we're here, these seals are super cheap. That is our seal for our diff. It's just a few bucks. Since we're here, you can just pop it out and tap the new one in. So I'm going to get this new seal swapped out. We're going to get this axle put in. I'm going to put this side back together and move on to the other side. right, and everything is all tightened up. Got our new axle nut on, we got that dimpled on. And when we did the axle, we had to take off the trailing arm, this bolt, and then all of these down here. So I went ahead and torqued them down, got them all marked. And while I was there, I went ahead and moved our end link to the tighter side for the rear sway bar. So I did notice a pretty big difference with just putting the sway bar on. So I'm sure by just stiffening it up, we'll get just a little bit more tightness in the rear end. And then obviously you can see our brand new rear axle looks great. So let's get this wheel put on. Let's get the other side swapped out, and I'll show you how bad that one looks. This one might be a little bit worse. It does have a hose clamp holding that boot on because it is leaking, but let's get that swapped out, and I'll show you what it looks like. And that axle is taken out. It's always so much easier doing it the second time, but here we have it, our two axles. We have our old crusty and rusty over here, and that new. So let's get this thrown on, and we're gonna get that end link adjusted. So we're gonna get that, that bushing moved over. So we're on the stiffest setting for the rear sway bar to match the passenger side. So let's get this put on. Let's go. And the car is all back together. Wheels are put on. We got our rusty, crusty buddies sitting out here. So they actually are still good. They're not like damaged or anything. They're just like leaking. And I just wanted to get some nice, fresh units on this car since, I mean, this is a new car still. And I mean, it deserves some nice, fresh units. I wanted to show you guys some new parts we're going to put on in the next couple videos to kind of complement the new axle. We have our brand new Cusco parts. This is definitely just going to stiffen up the driveline, stiffen up the suspension a little bit. This is our rear sway bar mount. The rear sway bar actually mounts to this. When I take the stock one off, you'll see how like flimsy the stock one is. This is our upgraded transmission mount, and then these are our subframe braces. I did test fit some of these, so we might have to do some trimming at the end, but we'll deal with that when the time comes. And after we finish up with the rear, we do have some more parts over here. If I get my Ryobi drill moved away, we do have a white line front sway bar and SMY front end links. So we're going to be getting this installed in the next couple episodes. Really excited for these Cusco parts, so definitely stay tuned for all these parts to get installed. I know there's going to be a bunch of questions about the rear axles and if you should use the stock axles or if you should use the extended axles. Now I did speak with a shop that is running the extended axles for the rear, and they're not having very good success with them. They are failing, and they do have the stock axles in the car, and they've had great success with them. Bunch of track days, no failures or anything yet, like the extended ones. So when I did reach out to them about getting the longer axles, they actually recommended that I get brand new OEM ones. That would be the best scenario for this car right now. But we have more stuff coming in the next few episodes. We have some Cusco suspension parts, some white line suspension parts. But until next time, see you guys.